We about to hit you with the recap like Aaron Judge with a bat, because we touching on facts, and plus we up in these hats. It's Knicks Real Talk, and we cut from a different cloth. We cook a Nick broth with a different sauce. We bubble like a hot pot in the kitchen. We dripping on the surface, spitting verses with these bars and b-ball. Cause no matter how far the stars we see all like a telescope. You can tell it's dope by the way we unveil these news and notes. Check the box score, a top score, knocking down shots. Plus we got a lock for 48 minutes, putting on the clinic. The Cat Lieutenant, they entered the winner. The game is over. We trooping in our temples like soldiers and train the planes and Range Rover. I'm getting up and over the list. We on the BQE and we maneuvering swift. Say Tokyo, but you know we can drift. Cause the pokey be on the low, so you know our flow had to shift. We about to be out in a few. No doubt next time we see you to be on a game preview. It's Knicks Real Talk and we a vibe. We get it poppin' every day and every night. We on that Knicks shit and you know we about to vibe. So let's ride. So let's ride. It's Knicks Real Talk and we a vibe. We get it poppin' every day and every night. We on that Knicks shit and you know we about to vibe. So let's ride. So let's ride. Yo, salute everybody. Salute. What's good? Knicks Real Talk. It's the recap. You know, we about to hit you with the like Aaron Judge with a bat. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in here. This is the last post-game recap before it all goes down next week, man. But this weekend, pardon me. So we're going to get here and talk about the game yesterday with the Brooklyn Nets and the New York Knickerbockers, man. But first and foremost, we bring my partner here so we can really get this thing popping. Shout out, what's good?
We on the expressway and we hitting the shift. We starting to drift.
Right.
But you know the popo be on the side just in case. So I'm with you, Divine. Let's ride, son. Let's ride. Anyway, salute to you, Divine. Salute to the family in the chat. I don't have my computer down here, so I have no chat. My phone's if I had to put my glasses back on. So with that being said, salute to you now. Salute to you, Divine. Let's talk about it. Let's get it.
Yo, salute to the chat, man. Real talk, man. Nostalgic, my man. Jay Chosen, Darren, what's good? Doug Fresh, what's good, my man? What's going on with you? Nick Yak was in the building. What's good? Nick Yak, Met Nick fan. Let's go. Let's get it. We ain't here, man. Like I said, man, it's the last one for the season. Regular season. We'll be here pre and post game in the playoffs. Hopefully, we get to go at least 8 of them, 8 wins. And I would love 16 wins, but if we can get 8, we get to the Eastern Conference Finals, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, man, it's all good, man. We just, like I said, glad to be here with everybody, man. We just want to talk about this game yesterday afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Matinee yesterday, New York Knicks 113-105. A lot of the starters sat down, obviously, on both teams. It was a meaningless game in certain degrees, but a good, meaningful win in another way. We got the 51 win, Shaw Powers. I'm glad about that. So it's just been a 51-win season. Salute to the New York Knicks. Could have been more, could have been less, but it is what it is, and I'm definitely happy about it under the circumstances. When you look at all the variables throughout the season, you know, they got there, man. They got there. We got to where we wanted to be. We stayed third. We relevant. Now we got to go ahead and put all this together, man. I feel a lot of. I don't feel a lot of. How would I say? I don't want to say positive energy about the Knicks' chances with the fandom and the media. Don't like a lot of people giving the Knicks a lot of good vibes to me, I gotta say. So we got to see, man. Now that the playoffs here, hopefully the Knicks will prove a lot of people wrong and go in there and try to get this thing. But right now the vibes is kind of different out there. Not like, to me, the past season where a lot of people would hype that and everything for a lot of reasons, you know, for whatever the case may be. But we just got to go out there, man. But, you know, we won the game last night. So we got the 51 wins and another 51 season back-to-back for the New York Knicks. So at least I can say that's a positive thing. You know what I mean? That they wasn't worse than the last year. They should, rightfully so, they shouldn't be. But they played the game better, and it obviously could have been a lot more. But overall, I'm happy though.
The New York Knicks this year have won 51 games. That's major. I don't even know what else to say. You know, the peaks and valleys, the highs and lows, you underestimating the team. You know, it's all, to me, what I've noticed, and I could be wrong, but I noticed last year's team didn't have this much of expectation from the fans. Last year's team didn't have this much expectation. I'm getting the word wrong. This year's team acquiring OG last year with Precious, Mikal Bridges, and Cat this team has expectations. I'm messing that word up all day. So with that being said, this team is treated different than the team last year. It's a lot of stuff that we like. A lot of fans see like faults and dents in the arm and stuff like that. And I always say this to everybody, man. Remember this, man. The Knicks just finished their first full year together, with everybody not being fully there. 82 games. This is their first 82 games with this team. This 15-man rotation. The first season with this team, and they stayed in third place all the way. No real threats of being knocked out of third place because they are the third best team in the East. That's what I gotta say. That's what I gotta say about the New York Knicks. They are the third best team in the East. If we can't beat none of the 100 the top teams in the East and all that stuff, it don't make a difference in the playoffs. It's 0-0 right now. Let's get it.
Yeah, real talk, man. Fact shot power. That's definitely what it's about. 0-0. We the only one beat them, but we didn't duck from them. So let's go get it, man. All right, listen. You play who in front of you, man. Like I said, the thing about it was good to me, ladies and gentlemen. I feel good about this team overall. I seen what they could do when they on shot powers. You know what I mean? I literally see how good this team could be when they clicking on all cylinders. And you know, and I think now going into the end of the season, one thing I am happy to see this year, I say this: we might have took a little step back, 2 percentage points on offense, but we took a big leap defensively. You see what I mean? So to me, it was almost like a balance out. You dropped 2 here, but you gained this much there. Now we right here, top 10 in both of them. You know what I mean? And I will go over that stat later on, ladies and gentlemen. I talk about the stats for the year, but you know, these guys are 9th in the league and holding people to a certain amount of points. 9th, you know what I mean? So they finished that top 10, and to me in both categories, and that's what you want to be as a playoff team. And I do like the talent on our roster. I like the way Shamet and all these guys starting to get the rhythm, stepping up. Because he is playing good ball. So Deuce coming back. Hopefully he get into a good rhythm after coming up. A lot of things like the hamstring issues and all that, and the growing. Now these guys finally going into the playoff with a deep roster that's fully loaded roster. Literally, there's nobody other than Haka Purdy to be on the injury report.
Facts.
I think, you know, I'm really looking forward to this thing, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a good one here. We got a lot to prove to themselves as a team, but also let the people know that you know, it's no matter what happens in the regular season, that's just to get to where you at. Different season, new vibe, no reason for you to subscribe. You know what I mean? We still outside. So, you know, let's just take it for what it's worth. You know, it's playoff time. Put up or shut up. Win or go home. And I think the Knicks gonna go in there. They're gonna go and do what they do. So I'm definitely happy about that, man. But let's see. Anything can happen. You know what I mean? Anything can happen. It really can. You know what I mean? But I hope that both teams stay relatively healthy, and that way, win or lose, we can say we lost with our best, and we won with our best. You know what I mean? It won't be no excuses or nothing. We went in there, but the best team put up the best numbers, played the best game every night, and won the game. And as long as the Knicks went for them, that's all that mattered to me. So, and I'm hoping that would have turned out. But other than that, they won the Brooklyn Net game last night, Shot Power. I seen some scenes. I would love to see them guys get a little rhythm. Obviously, they sent Mikal in for 6 seconds and took him back out, rightfully so. Thank you, Tom Thibodeau. So he could have ran down court with one play and could have got hurt. So I was glad. Right. I'm glad through that ball they went to threw that ball up, somebody fouled somebody and they got him out of there. But you know what? He was worthy of that because it was almost 500 games. Something he never did that. So you know that's an Iron Man for you, man. Salute to my man Mikal Bridges, man. Always coming to work, man, every day, man. He definitely showed up every day since he's been in the NBA. But you know, last night he earned the right to get a quick foul with 6 seconds. He could have walked to the bench and got hurt for all I know. Shit, they taking no chances. You know what I mean? But it's cool. It's cool that where we at, man. I'm excited about this playoff thing. I'm excited about the whole thing that in general. But I do like our chances though, Shot Powers. I like our chances against these what's going on out there. And like I said, Detroit got a good team. They rightfully earned where they get to be at. They earned the right to be in the 6th seed. They played hard all year and they got there. Just like we earned the right to be in the third seed. We played hard all year. We got there. So both of these teams are worthy to have the position they have. Let's see if they're going to go out there and put the gloves on and go toe-to-toe, blow for blow, and see what they're going to do. That's all.
Yeah, I say this also. Every team in the league has probably played every team their allotted amount of three. At least if you're in the East, you played at least 3 times in the East. If you're in the West, you play at least 2 times, one away and one at home. So everybody has pretty much played everybody this year. It's not a team that hasn't played everybody this year. So what makes another team better or worse at the night that's given is coming out with your A game. Some of the stuff that we talk about all year long, Divine, about being that A game. And Knicks have done it. 51 times they've come out with their A game. Out of 51 of them, I think it was third. I don't want to say the wrong number. I think it was 32 or something like that, that we won by double digits.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's a big number. And I like you talking about when we get to it, our defense is coming back. So I don't know. I don't underestimate this team. We haven't seen this team healthy all year. And we keep saying this, and I keep stressing this, we had 3 guys that didn't start this year. That was Precious Achiuwa, Landry Shamet, and Mitchell Robinson. If 2 of those 3 guys would have started this year, if it was Mitch and Landry Shamet or Precious and Landry Shamet, I believe, in my opinion, we'd have been up at least 4 more games before Brunson got hurt. With Brunson getting hurt, I think we could have won at least 3 or 4 of those games if Brunson wasn't hurt. So we would have probably been closer to 57. But that's in my opinion. That's just me making numbers up in my head to make it sound good.
I'm going to tell you what's crazy, too. Think about this here. And this is important, ladies and gentlemen. Can you imagine having what Larry Shamet is doing now at the beginning of the season? Think about this. Think about this, ladies and gentlemen. This real talk right here. Can you imagine if Landry Shamet, what he doing right now, wouldn't have got hurt?
That bench would be fire right now.
Starting the season, if Landry Shamet, same thing he doing now, if he didn't get hurt, he came into the season not on the injured list doing that. Think what his team would be at then. Think what this team would have been if Precious Achiuwa would have started the season not on the injured list because of the way he's filling in admirably and Mitchell Robinson and all these guys. Think about that. Imagine if Mitchell Robinson started the season with the way he's doing now, and power to be even more fine-tuned. But that's why I said, to me, y'all haven't even seen the best Knicks team yet. You haven't even seen it yet.
Thanks.
You haven't even seen the best. Now you're starting to get a glimpse of it. Look at the things that Precious Achiuwa is doing out there right now. These things wasn't here the whole season. There's like a lot of other teams that have a lot of things there the whole season, not only the Knicks, but a lot of other teams. Can you imagine if Philadelphia would have been healthy all season, or you could imagine if Orlando wouldn't have went down the way they went down all season long? These variables count, ladies and gentlemen, not only the Knicks, for every other 29 teams. If you can play the season like the Bostons and the Clevelands and OKC, what's really important about all of them, other than Chet Holmgren, a lot of them teams were healthy all year long. All year they was healthy. The 1 or 2 guys out here and there, but so like I said, the playoffs now, it's no excuses now. You go in there with everybody you got. Tom Thibodeau got a bag to work with, not 3/4 of a bag. He got a whole bag to work with. Now let's see how it goes. And I think it's going to be on. It's going to be on and popping. It's going to be a fun NBA season in the playoffs, and I like our chances, man. I really do, man, because it's a lot of things I see now that this could have easily been a 60-win team this year, easy. But because of, like I said, like any other team who got injuries, they go down. It happens. It's the NBA. You got to sacrifice what you got, and and work with what you got until you get more healthy. So let's see. Let's put up a shut up this weekend, and we'll see how it goes, man. But 51 wins, you can't be mad at that, ladies and gentlemen. That to me is amazing. Even though the expectations was high, I think they got to where they need to get to satisfy my feelings about how this team is over the course of this year. I have 55 wins. They got 51. But now when I put in all the variables, we predicted all these before we even know who was starting, who was going to be playing on the team this season. Once the season came in, we all made a prediction. Once we knew who the roster was, let's put it like that. We made a prediction on where the Knicks was going to be. I mean, a lot of us, ESPN had 35.
Yeah.
Let that sink in. But us as fans, we know better than that because we watch him every day on the regular shop powers, and we critique him every day on the regular. But we knew what we had in there in that locker room better than anybody out here. Not us. I'm talking about Knicks fans. Knicks fans know about the Knicks locker room better than any ESPN, TNT, or whatever, because we are dialed into the team. They not dialed into the team. They just dialed in the ratings. So when they said 35 with them, like, you done lost your mind. You must be tripping. So and that's that. But I'm happy where we at, man. Let's go get it, man. Go ahead and let's let Detroit know it ain't what you think it is, man. That's what I want to see. I know we ain't gonna disrespect them. We're not gonna doubt them because we don't never look down on an opponent. Because like I said, you don't bring your A game, anybody can beat you. But we know what we got in New York City, and they showed and proved it 51 times.
That's fact. And I'm waiting to see what goes on because Mitchell Robinson changes the outlook of the game, and I don't know how they're going to work him in. They keep everybody wants him to be starting. It all comes down to how Tom Thibodeau regulates his troops, man. Is he going to run this 7, 8, 9-man, 10-man rotation going down the stretch? Because in reality, he hasn't really had a full 10-man rotation all year long. You know what I mean? To really substitute one for one, to really do that, he really hasn't had that all year long. So, it's going to be some choices being made coming down the stretch, but I think Tom Thibodeau rolls out the guys that he's in that circle of trust, and we just going to go down. We're going to go down guns a blazing. You know what I mean?
So, word, bro, for real.
You know what I mean?
About this, man, for real.
That's the bottom line, man. I mean, guns a blazing. Let's go. Let's get it.
Yo, listen, we good at home this year. So that tells me right there, I'm not even going to front. I think Knicks win the first 2 at home easy. I think the first game, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's going to be a can of whoop, on the first game. I think it's going to be touch game.
I mean, Devon, real talk. Everybody talks about we have lost to this team a couple of times, by a couple of points. It wasn't like they blew us out. Remember the first game we played them? Then we blew them out like 70 or something. Then we beat them up or something like that. You know what I mean? That didn't Brunson, everybody got off. The next couple of times we didn't have this player. I'm not making an excuse, but Tad wasn't there. I think one time Brunson wasn't there, or OG or somebody, and all these other. So I'm not trying to make excuses, but I'm just saying. And so everybody forget about that first game, and we beat them at home, right? Because they beat us. Yeah, they beat us. We beat them in Detroit first, and then they beat us in New York when they played us again. I think the first game was Detroit. We played them in Detroit, and then they beat us on the night where all the superstars was there, right?
Legends, our old legends.
Legends. I think that was the backlash from there. Yeah. I mean, but the first game we put it on them, man.
Yeah. Hey, listen. One thing about me, I'm not disrespecting Detroit, not so by any means, none. But ladies and gentlemen, they are 6 games over 500 this year. Like I said, we are 20 games over 500. They played all 29 teams in the NBA just like we did.
Facts.
Hear what I just said.
Facts.
They are 6 games over 500. We are 20 games over 500. The same teams they played in the NBA, we played them too.
We played them too.
And we had the toughest schedule.
Facts. Back to backs, everything. We was up there with back to backs.
Yeah.
Crucial back to backs, too hard back to backs. Our back to backs was hard.
It ain't no disrespect to them. It's not. But like I said, they ain't in our class. Knicks are showing for they ain't in our class, son. I'm telling you that's real for real. Listen, they got some good talent down there, some good veterans. They got one star down there. We got 2 of them. They got a good team, ladies and gentlemen, but it's levels to this shit to me. And then, like I said, that regular season stuff is fine. That's enjoyment of watching basketball. But that regular season don't define what you do when you get to the other dance. That's just enjoyment of being able to get to the dance. Let's get to the dance and then we dance. This regular season stuff is fine. That's when the fans really have fun with this stuff. But when you get to the playoffs, when you got to play that team 7 times, they see you every night. Now the talent really plays into it now. Now the coaching really plays into it now. Okay, you beat me that night, we had a bad night. But you don't get that in the playoffs where you beat me tonight, we had a bad night, we just gonna chalk it up. No, you didn't have a bad night, you got your ass whipped. You know what I mean? And you in the playoffs. So I look at that right now, at this right here. I like our chances, Shot Powers. We are literally the top 3 teams in the East, and we were one of the top 6 teams in the NBA. Anybody below us can't say that. Anybody below the Knicks can't say they're in the top 6 in the East. I mean, in the whole NBA and in the Eastern Conference, we top 3. And we did that with peaks and valleys, but we had a lot more peaks and valleys. Like I said, if I was a gambling man, I'd be 20 games rich in my pocket today.
Thanks.
I'd be 20 games rich if I was the bet man. If I was to bet on Knicks every game this year, my wife would be like, man, you the man. That's word for you the man, bro. Word of all, 20, you won 20 times. Oh, shit, what? So I'm just saying all that to say that, man, you know what? They had a good year. Might not have been, where we wanted to be from a record standpoint because of the injury, Shot Powers. But overall, even with the roster we had, which was expected to do that, they did it. They got to where they got to go. It'd be different if they fell out if they was in the 6th or 7th seed or something. Then you
right, Divine. That's what I'm saying, Divine. One of the biggest things that I say is if we'd have felt, I could understand how fans feel about firing Tom Thibodeau and Mikal wouldn't have been a good trade if we'd have dropped down to Philadelphia. If we'd have dropped down to Philadelphia,
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I felt like that. I'd have been like, oh my God, we gotta trade everybody. No, why? We're the 3rd, chilling from December. From December, that was it. Once we got there, we stayed there.
We stayed there.
Even when everybody got hurt and all that stuff, we built up enough lead on people when we had enough players on the court. 4, 5, 6, 7 game lead. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 game lead. 7, 8, 9, 10, 8, 9, 7 game lead from the teams behind us. 4, 5 game lead. Nobody really got close to us. Come on, man.
Yeah, it is, man. It's been a good ride, man. Now we got to ride further. We know we got to go ride further now. Now we got to take this train and roll it down the tracks a couple of more. Get it further than where we at in the regular season. Obviously, we want to start from here to Detroit. Obviously, we want to go from Detroit to Boston, whatever. But the goal is to get to the train station in Boston, and that's going to require us taking Detroit, doing what we're supposed to do to Detroit. Hopefully, get them out fast and early, and then get ready to get on that train to go to Boston. If that train drop off the track, pick it up, whatever. Let's do it, man. Let's get it, man. I think it's gonna be fun, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just hope that it all work out for the Knicks fan base. We hoping these guys get there. I want to get to the Eastern Conference Finals. I ain't wavering off that. I don't give a fuck about no Boston. I still ain't wavering. Because I don't think the guys wavering either, Shot Powell. I think the Knicks players like this here. Okay, we hear all the noise. We hear it all. I just noticed what these guys thinking. They probably, okay, everybody count us out. Everybody think they want to call the Knicks underdogs. So they probably like, okay, I hear all the twerping, but we're going to go in there, put our hard hats on and everything, put on our boots. We're going to get ready to lock in, go in New York. We're going to go in the NBA playoff. We're going to build another skyscraper in New York. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to build another building up in there. We're going in and get it popping, man. But, so let's see how it goes. But it starts Saturday. I think it's Saturday, ladies and gentlemen.
Saturday 6.
Saturday. We gonna be in there, man. Knicks and Boston. I'm a Knicks and Detroit Pistons. Let's get it, man. Real talk, but real quick, let's go over some notes from last night. I know it's really kind of relevant right now, but because of the conversation we having. But let's look at some of the things that happened last night in that game, and when we get back and talk about it, I think the Knicks did a good job of having the secondary guys in there and out of rotation guys or the second unit guys in there last night to go out there and play the game against the Brooklyn Nets, and they went in there and got it popping, man. Good game back and forth. Then I think we had to realize like let's not play with our food, man. We should be losing this team. So I think the Knicks turned it up a little bit, and Shamus acting like he was Steph Curry out there last night, so he started knocking them down all over the place. That was crazy. But real quick, ladies and gentlemen, let's look at the stats from yesterday that we get back at it, man. Devon, Shaw, Powers, salute to everybody in the chat. A couple of heads I want to shout out to before I come back in. Coach, everybody, haven't seen you in a minute. Stan, man, what's good with you as well? Just talking about a couple of guys I didn't get to see in the chat for a while. Good to see y'all up in here. There's a couple of more.
Keith Turner, too. I think I seen Keith Turner up in there.
Keith in the building. Salute Keith. Long time I see Keith. I appreciate you coming in as well. But last night, ladies and gentlemen, we went here. Knicks 13, 105, Brooklyn Nets. New York shot 88% from the charity stripe, 23 of 26. They shot 68%, 17 for 25. The 2-point area, 21 for 44, pretty good, 48%. They shot 67% from the 2-point area. But for the charity stripe, the free throw line, we shot 38%, ladies and gentlemen, and they shot 34%. Overall, the field goal rating wasn't too good, but we have found a way to win. Was only 43% and 51% for them guys. Rightfully so. They out rebounded us by 2, 40 to 42. We had 27 assists. They had 21. Turnovers, we only had 11. That was a good job by the Knicks last night. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Don't know what I did there. I apologize. But we had let me get back at it, and I'll continue that. Apologize, like I said, for that. Stats, please. Statistics, here you go. But yeah, shout out. We had 11 turnovers. They had 18. We had 10 steals. They had 4, 3 blocks, 2 blocks for them. 25 fouls, 24 fouls. Max points in a row. We was up by we had 17 in a row at one time. They had 9. Time of possession was pretty much in the lead. We was 25. They was 21. Biggest lead they would had as 10 was 9 for them. Like I said, we had all our secondary players in there, ladies and gentlemen, last night. But our guys came to get down. Guess who our leader scorer was last night? Landy Sherman, 29. 2 and 1, Campaign 21, 2 and 18, Deuce of Rye 17. That's why Ted's put all the boys in there getting ready for the playoffs, Shot Powers. That's why I like the game to give them some rhythm, to give them a rhythm for the playoffs, and they all put up starting numbers. Sherman had Brunson numbers. Campaign they got Cat numbers by 3 points. Achua got Mikhail Ananobi numbers, and McBride got Mikhail numbers last night. That's crazy. So good job by them, man. Even Peter Tucker knocked down a couple of 3-point shots. Tyler Coleman got some burn. All of them got some burn, man. Everybody scored last night except for Watson and Mikhail Bridges because he only played 6 seconds. But Daddy got him some points. Boot Camp got him some got him some points. I like McCullough's game, Shot Powers. That boy,
he a dog. He a dog.
He
getting a little bit more in that. He getting a little bit more in that weight room this year.
Oh man, I like it. Hey, bro.
Oh
real,
boy.
It ain't even about the it's like he go hard. Yeah, I see
like
why
6'7".
Yes, I like his game, man. I really do, man. McCullough showed me so last night, man. That brother, he's gonna be okay. Him and Ananobi don't gonna be a problem on our defense side of the ball once he get a full year in next year. I see why they draft that young man. I really do. I see his potential on that defense side of the ball. That cat can guard. He go after anything. So good job by him. And he got him 4 points. He gets down in the paint. So to my man Tyler Coley had 4 assists, 5 points, and three rebounds. My man, like I said, PJ Tucker came in. So overall, they came out there and played last night, Shot Powell. So you got to kind of be happy with that. They got us 51 wins. But good job by them, man. Overall, just go out there playing last night.
I watched the replay, you know what I mean, and it was just a good game. You know what I mean? They did exactly what they needed to do, man. And the exactly what you said. I think this was a game to get Landy. Look at all the guys that these are the guys that we're going to battle with in the playoffs. Those 4 guys pretty much predominantly Precious, Payne, Deuce, Shamuth,
and Mitch.
You know what I mean? And that's not it. Mitch is probably might be starting.
Right.
Mitch might be starting. You know what I mean? They might throw Mitch in a couple of starting roles, man. You know what I mean? Push Josh Hart this way. This is why I say 10-man rotation. Be careful because now Precious gets a little bit of minutes. 3 or 4 minutes, 5 minutes to substitute one of these guys when they're out to hold the big man thing down. And then when one other one go up, Precious move to the other side, and that one come back in. The rotation don't have to be long. 3, 4, 5 minutes, Precious. If we ready to see that, So it can work. So I'm I say the 10-man rotation. I doubt it happens, but it can't really happen if they really think about moving Mitchell Robinson to that starting lineup. Then you're gonna have to add 2 more players into the second unit. So let's get it.
Yeah. Only one I can see might lose out is might be the same way it was going to the end of the season. Pressure Drew because Mitchell Robinson is back. But I think he go 10 though. I think in this physical series, like this series that's that physical, I think he's gonna go 10 because it's like we talked about in the background, there's gonna be some foul trouble, ladies and gentlemen. You're gonna have guys getting in foul trouble maybe from both teams. It's gonna be a contact series. So depending on how the refs let the refs referee the playoff series, they're gonna call fouls tight. They call it tight. You're gonna need 10 men. You know what I mean? So, and if they don't call it, normally they do call it tight in the playoffs.
It's more of a slow down game too, more half court. Ain't all that up and down running and doing all that other, I was gonna say some more. Mm-hmm. All that jumping around and doing all that stuff. They definitely gonna be on some half court, move the ball up slow. Of course, if you get a steal and you push the ball, of course, but it's going to be more on that. I think one of the biggest things that the Knicks have to work, just two things, in my opinion, that wins us this series. And it's not independently. It's not independently a player. It's the style of basketball. We have to out-rebound this team. We have to out-rebound this team. If we get to the rebounds offensively and defensively, and we got to up our ante on our three-point shot. Mm-hmm. I mean, so by Saturday, I got a whole new game plan that I think that could get the Knicks to win. But those are my 2 things that I'm going to really be bringing hard this weekend, talking about what the Knicks should do to bring this thing out. Rebounding the basketball, I believe, is a big key to beating this team. If we keep them off, and 3-point defense and all that stuff, we need that. But rebounding the basketball, limiting these guys only 1 shot at the basket, and grabbing offensive rebounds, I think is going to be real key for us.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially, if we knocking down shots, that's a different story. I agree to that. 3-point defense got to be, and they've been playing better than they had to begin the season. Even our benches, they're not 30th in the league like they was early in the year with these guys. And the good thing about, as we have this conversation right now, it's amazing to me. What do you think the Knicks are doing right now? Practice. or just left Tarrytown, you know what I mean? They probably was up in Tarrytown today, even though they played yesterday. These guys probably in Tarrytown right now putting in work. They're going to be in there tomorrow putting in work. Then they're going to be in there Wednesday putting in work. They got a whole week to fine-tune what they doing and look at film and look how they play. That's big, you know what I mean? That means just like the players is fine-tuning their game, what you think Tibbs is doing? He fine-tuning his coaching game. They got a whole he fine-tuning his coaching game. The players fine-tuning they ball play in the game. So both of them fine-tuning. Tibbs is an office rat. You know what I mean? He stay in the office. He stay in the film. He stay in the office working. So that man, listen, he know how. One thing I can truly say, all the players, what's the one thing eluding every player and every coach we got on the Knicks? The championship.
Ring, right?
Yeah. You don't think that's in the back of their mind, ladies and gentlemen? The one thing eluding Tibbs in his whole career is a ring. The one thing eluding Karl Anthony Towns 10 years, Jalen Brunson been here. Well, Anunoby got one. He got one with the Toronto Raptors. But these guys, the one thing they come into this.
Well, he wasn't. You mean the head coach, right? Did he get one with Boston?
He got one with Boston. Yep.
Yeah. He was the head coach though. He was the head coach, right?
Yep. So that's one thing that's eluding them. So you don't think these cats want this thing, man? They want it bad, just as bad as we do. And I think they're gonna go out there and try their best to get it. Where they fall at remains to be seen. But I know they coming to play. I guarantee you won't see that Knicks team you seen in the regular season. You might, I think there's gonna be a different story. So let's hope it go our way, because I really think the fan base want this one to go where it go. Get Detroit out of there. I'm hoping 5, like I've been saying the last couple of days. I love to get them out there in 5 and let the series, whoever Boston playing, let that shit go 7 games for all I care. But no matter who, regardless of whom or what, we got to play Saturday. And it's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be a good one. I think it's going to be lit. Going to be lit up in Madison Square Garden. New York coming. The fan, they on the blue going to be up in that moment. You better believe it. It is going to be. Like I said, I got the Knicks winning for first two in MSG. I just got to win the first two. Protect your home court. No disrespect to them. Like I said, it's not about a disrespect. It's a confidence. For me, it's a confidence in our team. Not so much. Not thinking Detroit is good. It's not about disrespecting Detroit. I just think our team is better, and I think we got more high caliber players from a talent perspective. No knock on Beasley, Tim Hardaway Jr. No knock on Tobias Harris and them. They good players. They're not great players. They good players. So they had their journeys in the NBA. You know what I mean? One thing about our team, our point guard played for two teams. Shooting guard, Josh Hart, obviously the Lakers, New Orleans, and then Portland to us. But we don't have a lot of journeymen in our star lineup. Mikal Bridges, Phoenix, Brooklyn here. Anunoby, Toronto here. Cat, Minnesota here. They wasn't bouncing around the league all over the place. So to me, but we got more stable guys. And I think our guys could do what they do, and they do it at a good level. So to me, I think just that alone, I think we're a better team. We're not one-dimensional. Like I said, Sharp Powers, we got guys who can get it inside and outside. Tim Hardaway is a jump shooter. He's not gonna threaten you, put on the floor dunking on you. You're not gonna get a threat breaking down there, getting floaters. That's not his game. Mike Beasley, same thing. He's a jump shooter. He can go down there. Obviously, any player that can play can go down there, but that's not their strength. Their strength is jump shooting. And I think against a team like ours, who got wing defenders like we have, I think we can cause a little bit of havoc down there with that. Because if that's going to be their starting lineup, Tim Hardaway, I think that's the mismatch for Mikal not to be shooting jump shots. He's not a stellar defender. So I want to see him attack Tim Hardaway Jr. I want to see Jalen Brunson attack my man, young man. Excuse me for having this brain freeze. The main dude there, Kay Cunningham. I want to see Brunson because attack these guys, go at them. Just keep going out. Like I said, we said the game before. In the last game we played Detroit in that first half, we said attack them. What happened when we was attacking? We were going up 15-17. The minute the Knicks stopped attacking, Kay Cunningham like four fouls, but then in the third or fourth quarter, my man Isaiah Stewart had like 5 fouls. So, but when they stopped attacking them, because they physical, so they're gonna give up some fouls, ladies and gentlemen, because they go hard. So I'm hoping that's one of the areas where the Knicks kind of take advantage of that. Like I said, that's a jump shooting team, and that's if you play them jump shot and make them put that ball on the floor, then you're gonna see the Knicks advantage, because I don't think they could break people down off the dribble and get buckets. Kay Cunningham can. We know Tim Hardaway been around the league for a minute. That ain't his game. It ain't Tobias Harris' game. So if the Knicks defense do what I think they're gonna do, which push up on their jump shooters and make them put that ball on the floor, chase on that 3-point line, this series will be over quicker than y'all think. To me, with the arsenal that we have on the other side, that's a good defensive team over there. But at the same time, we got a good offense team. Their team ranked here in defense, ours is ranked here in offense. So it's gonna be a contrast of style, our offense versus their defense. But we both they're gonna need their offense. We're gonna need our defense to play the game, obviously. But I think our offense is better than their defense. I do believe that, and I think our main core dudes is better than their main core dudes. They got up and coming talent there with some savvy veterans. But guys like Harris and Tim Hardaway Jr., them guys don't scare me at all. They don't scare me. So let's see. Let's see how it goes today, Shop Powell. I think the Knicks go out there and ground and pound and get it out of there, man. Let's go get it. I'm excited about this one.
Yeah, I don't see that, like you said, Divine, and everyone forgets about the first time we played them. So rebounding and upping our 3-point shot. I mean, the one thing that I do miss about DiVincenzo not being here, not being in the starting lineup, is he gets shots up. Mm-hmm. He used to get a lot of shots up, and we don't have a guy that gets shots up like that. And the best thing that I could hope for is, not saying that Sham is going to throw up 30 shots a night or something like that, 15 shots a night or something like that, but if we can have some help in the second unit with Landry Shaman, hopefully where he can score somewhere between 12 and 18 points every night coming out. And I mean, getting a decent amount of minutes to give the starters a little bit of a break will help us out tremendously. You know what I mean? And rebound the basketball, man. They're already working on they got some schemes, because we're going to see something that we really haven't seen maybe in this series with Mitch and Cat starting. I'm pretty sure it's going to be in this series. I don't know how they're going to do it, because they really haven't worked on it much in the limited time that they've been on the court together, with Mitch being on those back-to-back restrictions and stuff like that. So I'm thinking they may still do that, but who knows?
Let me ask you a question, Shaw Powell, right quick. After watching the Knicks for 482 games, do you have any concerns going up against Detroit, or you really feel strong about what's going to happen with your team? Do you have any reservations about whether you think they don't play hard enough, whether you think Tibbs played them too many minutes, whether you think, whatever? Do you have any of that going into the playoffs against Detroit? What's your thoughts on that game?
No, I think it could be as easy as like a sweep, but I don't want to say 4-1. You know what I mean? Gentleman sweep. So I said 4-2 just to be generous. You know what I mean? If we could skeep out of there 4-2 in 6 games, win 2 of their games over there, how we win 3 at home and 1 at their crib, let's do that. I'm with something like that. Plus, I kind of wanted to run a little longer, because I don't know. I want to see who's 6th and 7th is going to be, because that's going to make a difference in who's played 8th and 7th is going to make a difference who plays 1 and 2. And I mean, that's the matchups I want to see. You know what I mean, how long we go. I want it to be as quick as possible. But if one of the 1 and 2 goes 5-6 games or something like that, I don't want the Knicks to win 4 and off for 3 or 4 more days before they play again. If that sounds like sense, I don't want them to sit around and lay around so their first game they be cold. I'd rather the series go a little longer with a tougher team. You know what I mean, to make them tougher for them, just in case if they go 4-1 or 4-2 or something like that, like us or something like that. You know what I mean? If they get a draw, if they get Orlando or, Boston, you know what I mean, or whosoever falls into that spot. So that I can't wait to see what this weekend really, you know what I mean, looks. I mean, these next couple of games as these playing games come in and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nostalgia said physicality. That's their main bread and butter. Play physical, but so that's something I think one thing I'm not, how do I say, even though we play a finesse style, but like Jalen Brunson can get physical, Anunoby can get physical. I believe Mikal might be the one Josh Hart could play physical. Karl-Anthony Towns, our offense will play physical. He go down and try to bully the ball down there, going hard, trying to throw it on you down in the paint. He bullying the ball down lane. So I think we got a certain player that can have a physical game, but overall a team don't seem like a physical team. I think I don't really. I tell the only thing that I would love to see the Knicks fix. I don't have no trepidation. I don't have no concerns. I really don't, because I noticed the way the team been playing since the All-Star break. Well, this is the reason why I'm not too concerned about too much of this stuff, because the defense got better after the All-Star break. That was all that mattered to me. All that mattered to me. Knicks offense been top of the NBA all year long. All year long. Whether you don't think who could play, who could coach it, no matter what. When the 82-game season was over, the Knicks had the 5th best offense in the NBA. I didn't have a problem with their offense, but we did have a concern with their defense. But then after the All-Star break, their defense was playing what we thought they would play at. Took longer to get there, obviously for a lot of reasons, but they got there. And that's what's important to me, that whatever happened in the beginning of the season, what they did do after that All-Star break was go and fix the areas that they needed to fix. They had that week off for the All-Star break. They came back out. Defense came top 10. So we always say that how you start is how you finish, because that's the only way your maturation is going to take place. If you started from the bottom, now you're here. Well, our defense started at the bottom. Now we're here. You know what I mean? So they satisfied what I wanted them to do going into the end of the season to lead us to where we at now. That's why I'm confident about this team, because I never questioned this offense all year long. We didn't have to. That's why Tyler Copeland, the only guy, didn't play, because their offense game wasn't needed. So they played, at least from what I've seen with the way Tibbs did the thing, the way the organization did the thing, they feel like they didn't need them dudes because our offense was that good. So and I think that's been the truth all year long. We stayed in the top 5 all year. Our defense was the issue. So we saw, when Shamit came back, when Achua came back, when Mitchell Robinson came back, Anunoby and them ramped it up, and now you see where our defense is at. So that's why I'm not really trying to compare our team to where we was at the beginning of the season, because I guess you got to build step by step to get to where you got to go. And I think our team built step by step to get to where they got to go. And so and for the series, our offense against their defense. Their defense is ranked in the top 10. Our offense ranked in the top 10. Two contrasting styles. That's what this is about. It's more of an offense style on one team, and the other team got a defense style. But the difference to me is, I think they defense. Our defense now, Shaw Powell. I'm talking about, if you talking about today, right now, our defense is just as good as theirs. And now we looking at the offense. Then you're looking at it from a standpoint of offense. They can't even touch out. I guaranteed you, once Anunoby played my man Cade Cunningham in a 7-game series, I can book it 4 of them games. He won't score over 20, or he just right around 20 with a bad percentage. And once you get him, which Tom Thibodeau normally try to go at your best player, there's not a single dude on that team, literally, because they jump shooters, that's going to put 30 on you. So that's where I got a feeling where the Knicks might have advantage at, to me, is once you get Cade Cunningham, if you can make the game hard for Cade Cunningham, and you go at that 3-point line, this series is over. It's over, in my opinion. So I'm hoping to go that way, Shop. I just don't think they got enough. Like I said, we 20 games over 500. They 6 games over 500. It's a big difference. And you played everybody you played in the East. Everybody they played, we played. I can't say that enough. It's important to check that, ladies and gentlemen. They are 6 games, not 12, 13, 6, over 500. And the same NBA we played in. We got 2 All-Stars, they got 1. We got an all-defense player out there that's going to be going there. We got guys at their position worthy of 6th man of the year. Josh Hart, he could have been Dan that made the All-Star. We forget about these little variables.
He could have been 6th man of the year.
Got a good team.
Mitchell was started. Yeah,
got a good team, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of our guys could have had a lot of accolades if that's what they wanted. They had a whole starting 5. 2 of them already All-Star and All-NBA. I think Jalen Brunson probably wanted to be in 2nd team, if not 1st. Cat going to be there. You know what I mean? So Anunoby going to be in the defense player of the year conversation. He's going to be on the defense first team. He's going to be 1st team. He's
definitely going to be at least 1st team.
Right. You got Josh Hart, who did the numbers that he did, 9 triple-doubles in one season. I mean, these guys had, so now the only question to me we got to answer is Boston, Cleveland, and the Thunder. The only question that's left unanswered right now, Shot Powers. Only question left unanswered to me is Cleveland, Boston, and the Thunder. Everybody else we beat. Damn near. You know what I mean? That was in the top. All of them. Houston, you name it, Memphis.
All of them. All of them, Devon. All of them.
All except for Clippers, and Jalen Brunson wasn't there, and that one of them. Maybe both of them because he got hurt in the Laker game. The 2 games we played the Clippers, the game after Jalen Brunson got hurt.
Oh yeah, okay. You want to put the Clippers or the Lakers or whatever? Yeah, whatever. Yeah. I ain't scared of those teams.
Yep. Yeah, that's a team you got to watch out for in the West. Clippers, they look like they really get me.
They could be tough. They could be tough. Kawhi looking pretty dang good around there.
Woo.
He looking kind of Kawhi-ish.
Yeah.
He looking Kawhi-ish.
Yeah, so that's gonna be a good series. Like that good. I think the whole NBA thing gonna be good. Not to harp on our Knicks only, but it's gonna be a good NBA playoffs. Man, I'm looking forward to that playing tomorrow. And real quick, for those who just too aware how it's gonna go, let me just put up there right for you guys, man. Y'all can see how this thing gonna go, and maybe we could talk about it right now. In the East, Cleveland obviously got the 1 seed. Celtics got the 2 seed, 3 seed Knicks, 4 seed Pacers, 5 seed Bucks, and 6 seed Pistons. Here's how we get to the final 8. Whoever win that Hawks game and the Magic game, they got the 7th seed. The loser will play the winner of, I guess, Bulls in Miami.
Mm-hmm.
And whoever win that one got the 8th seed. So the winner of the Magic and the Hawks, one of them going to lock up the 7th seed. So it's either the Magic or Hawks going to play Boston Celtics. And then whoever win the AC between whoever win this, they play the Cleveland Cavaliers. So that's between the Bulls, the Heat, and whoever. This is going to be a tough one. Look at their records, 41-41, 40-42. I think the Hawks might be a little bit more decimated injury-wise, I think. At least at the end of the season, look like. But, Chop, who you got in that series right there, Magic or Hawks?
I want the Magic to win. I want Magic to play Boston, man. I want Magic to play Boston, man. I ain't saying they're going to be a surprise to Boston and nothing like that, but I want Magic to play Boston. Make it hard for them. Give them 6-game series, 6-7 game. Make it hard. I think they beat up on Atlanta Hawks. I think Atlanta beat Boston this year, though, but I think they beat up on Atlanta Hawks. I think it they got some players in Atlanta Hawks, but I let's see. So 6 and 7, that would be Magic, and then it would be the winner. All right. So who you think Divine is going to win off the Heat and the Bulls?
I'm gonna go with Eric Spoelstra, man. I'm gonna go with the Miami Heat just for the reason by I think they. I mean, it's tough because them boys playing some good basketball over there in Chicago. But I'm giving advantage because Eric Spoelstra and the culture that they have down there. This ain't about a Heat thing. I couldn't care less. But I think they beat the Bulls, Shot Powers. I think. I don't watch every game, so I know think come from not knowing. I don't know. That's why I was saying think, because I don't know. So I'm gonna go with Heat. Heat get to that.
All right, so that mean Atlanta plays the Bulls Heat. Then. So who you like in Atlanta and the Bulls for the 8th spot?
No, I think it's gonna be Miami in Atlanta for me. I think
you got the Bulls winning? Oh no, yeah, you said Spoelstra. You said Spoelstra, right?
Yeah, I got the Heat. I got the Heat beating the Bulls.
Oh, so I'm saying the Hawks against the Bulls then.
No, Bulls eliminated.
Oh, eliminated. So hold up, wait a minute. Now this is how I be getting lost.
All right, look, if the Heat beat the Bulls, right? Then the Heat go to that winner of 9 and 10. See right there, winner of 9 and 10, right here. Here go Bulls and Heat. The Heat got the number 10 spot. They got the number 9 spot. I'm predicting that the Heat beat the Bulls and move to here. Then I think the Magic beat the Hawks, so the Magic go to play the 7th seed Celtics, and Atlanta and Miami would be right here.
Right. That's what I thought. That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying the Bulls. I don't know why I kept throwing the Bulls in it. Why I kept saying the Bulls. I get it. Right. That's what I meant. The team that wins from there goes down there. Right. Exactly. What am I saying the Bulls?
I think it's going to be Cleveland and then Miami Heat. I think Cleveland and Miami, and I think Boston and the Magic.
That's what I want. I want Boston and the Magic. That's what I want.
The 2 teams, because both of them defense is better than the other team. Like Magic defense, Trae Young will give it like 130 points a game. That's their Achilles heel. That's why they lost 42 games. They score a lot, but they give up a lot. The Magic, they can play some defense. They ain't got the best offense in the world, but their defense is legit though. So that's why I'm picking them. And I think the Miami Heat defense. I don't know if Vucevic and Patrick Williams can mess with Khalil Ware and Bam Adebayo up there. I don't know if they could do that. And because Miami more defense minded than the Bulls are. So I think Khalil Ware, with his athleticism and his height, and make it hard on Vucevic when it comes to he just a jump shooter. Now, it's not like Vucevic like a power
Right,
dude.
right. A banger.
Yeah, right. That's what's giving me the Heat and the Hawks, at least, and the Heat and the Hawks in that other round. I could be wrong, but that's what I think. That's what I'm gonna go with anyway. Yep.
Yeah, so that's the way. That sounds good to me. That sounds good. I don't know why I kept putting the Bulls.
I like that Heat though. I'm gonna tell you why I like the Heat in Cleveland too, because now you got the same. You got a 7-foot front line. Damn, they could go with their 7-foot line. Like
make it a little harder.
Make it a little hard because you got
make it a little harder. Couple of extra games that they wasn't expecting.
Yeah. So I'm hoping them two, just like the Knicks don't have an interesting first round. I think them dudes that have an interesting first round, the Magic get there. Because the reason why, I think if the Magic wouldn't have got hurt, the Pistons wouldn't even be in 6.
Facts.
That's how confident I am.
Facts, because we was fighting with them for how long until Ben Cheryl and then Snugs and the brother got hurt and the other brother got hurt. Man. We was battling with them in 4th and 3rd. That was the most battle we had all year, right?
Yep. I think if them dudes wouldn't have got injured, that East would look a lot different. Can you imagine if them and the Philadelphia 76ers wouldn't have got injured? That East would look a lot different. I think it would have been a lot different. Them two teams wouldn't have got hurt. So let's see how it goes, man. It's going to be an interesting playoff. I'm hoping to go out that way because I like the matchups. I like them defensive team matchups. I like the Magic defense. I like Miami defense against. Not that they're going to beat them dudes, but they might be able to win a game or two. So let's see how it goes, man.
That got me amped.
Yeah. I think it'll be fun, man. And like I said, Magic 41-41, and they were decimated the whole year. Lost Suggs, lost Wagner, Bonchero, like you said. They had quite a few dudes out, and Jamal Mosley at the beginning of the year was one of my coaches of the year. And after all that, he got them boys back to 41-41. So that said a lot about the way he get down. That's going to be they're going to be a tough out against anybody. But like I said, if they wouldn't have got injured, I think a lot of teams. I think the Pistons might be further down. I mean, they might be a game or two down. They could be in the 8th spot. They could have been in play-in if Philly wouldn't have got hurt, and then Orlando Magic wouldn't have got decimated. That could have been different. Shit, So I don't know, man. It's gonna be interesting to see. I mean, we don't know until the game gets thrown up, but it starts tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. They go in there tomorrow. First round of the tournament. Gonna be a pretty good one, man. It should be fun. 15th to the 18th. Then y'all know what happens on the Saturday, ladies and gentlemen. The orange and blue skies. Let's get it. We got time to go in there and start battling. But I think it's gonna be a fun NBA playoffs. I'm really looking forward to that. Check it out though. Your boys, Shao Power, not your boys, but the Timberwolves against the Lakers.
Yeah, that's a good matchup.
It's gonna be Julius Randle and DiVincenzo them and Anthony and
on the low, Julius been playing pretty good too.
Yeah, man.
I've been watching a couple. He's been playing all right.
He's been playing. Yeah, word. And Juju been playing. So they got the record. Lakers 50 and 32. They 49 and 33. One game separate that team. That's going to be a good one. Look at that. Look at the records though. Shot Powers, Nuggets 50 and 32. Clippers 50 and 32. Lakers 50 and 32. Rockets 50 and 30. 52 and 30. So right now, you got the Thunder, right? Boston, Cleveland, and then the Rockets, then us. Knicks got the 5th best record in the NBA. Kudos to them by one game over with the Rockets. Battle-tested New York Knicks team, ladies and gentlemen, 5th best record in the NBA. 5th best. Or tied. 5th best. That's right, because we got 51 and 31. 5th best record in the NBA. But in the Clipper Nuggets series is going to be ridiculous.
All. One thing I can't say about the NBA, I wasn't so enthused about the All-Star break this year. The shooting was okay. The rookie thing was pretty all right. The way they changed up the way they played the games with different teams and stuff like that was okay to see it the first time. But this playing tournament is really exciting. You know what I mean? And kudos to the NBA for making this thing happen, because it makes teams fight a little harder towards the end of the year. And now you really, I hate to say it like this, but now you really see who the bottom feeders are, or who the teams that really have potential to try to move up the ladder. You know what I mean? So, and and Detroit did a big thing from last year, being what they was last in the East, and now they you know what I mean?
Yep.
Something like that. So they made a dramatic change this year, you know what I mean? And like you said, Divine, I believe it too. If the Magic was a little bit more healthy, and Philadelphia a little bit more healthy, the 1 through 8 to be just a little bit different, you know what I mean? It might be a
I think Detroit would have been a play-in. They would have been a play-in team.
You know what I mean? It'd have been a little different. And all these teams that's up there in the top, those one and two teams that got dang near 60 wins, might not be having all those 60 wins like they got right now. You know what I mean? Some of their schedules, the way they played against teams wasn't full teams. Not making no excuses, but you know, some of those teams, they didn't play a full. Anyway, you know what I mean? We anyway, I'm not gonna make no excuses, man. We roll into the playoffs, no excuses.
The seventh. I'll tell you the game they lost that game yesterday too. That's the Warriors and Grizzlies. I think Grizzlies, because of the coaching change, I don't know if they're gonna get past the Warriors. Jimmy Butler hurt his quad, his quad or something yesterday in that game. So who knows? Draymond Green talking about they were gonna be a champions. Oh, you better, but y'all got a chance. They get there, motherfucker. They still got a chance, because if they beat the Grizzlies, they're the 7th seed. If they lose to the Grizzlies, then they're gonna go out there and play for that 8th seed against the Kings and the Mavericks. Anthony Davis back, and that's gonna be interesting too. So it's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be pretty lit up in there. I know that much, but I like how we getting down, man. I like our chances in there. Like I said, we going there healthy compared to how we were all year. We'll put it up and we'll see how it goes, man. But it's gonna be a fun one. But Shao Powers overall, let me show you some of the quick thing. We go the ratings with our team this year. Get us some of the guys in their perspective. We ain't gonna hang in there too long. We're gonna get out in a minute. But ladies and gentlemen, real quick on this side of the thing, points. The New York Knicks was 9th in the NBA in points this year, ladies and gentlemen. They were 9th in points allowed. Good job by them overall. They was in top 10 in both categories. Assists, they was 11th. That's one of the things that they did good this year, especially at the beginning of the year. They was moving the ball. They was moving the ball.
11th, man. When the last time you remember hearing that, Devon? 11th?
11th in the league in assists. Back from the last couple of years, ISO ball, whatever. But this year, that offense turned it around, man. Assist to turnover ratio, 5th best in the NBA. 5th best. I would not worry about these Knicks on the opposite side of the ball. Let's go to the offense. Field goals made, 7th in the NBA. Field goal attempts, 16th. But field goal percentage, 5th best in the NBA. That's why our defense, we got a top 5 offense. There you go right there. Field goal percentage, 5th best in the NBA. 3-point attempts made, they 24th. Made 3 points made at 24th. But here's the key caveat though. They didn't attempt a lot of them. They were 27th in the league. But here's the better caveat. And I think it went down because of injuries. 3-point percentage, 39, let's say 37%. 8th in the NBA. Top 10 in that category too. Free throws, here's the one that's important to me. Free throws made, 21st in the league. Free throw attempts, 23rd. But here's the most important thing, though. Everybody forget. Free throw percentage, 80%. 5th best in the NBA. 5th best. They shot 80% for the Chinese stripe this year.
When the last time you heard that from the New York Knicks?
Right.
The last time you heard the Knicks was shooting better than 76% from the free throw line? Woo!
Effective field goal percentage, Shot Powers, 56.8, 3rd in the NBA. Check this shit out. True shooting percentage, 60%, 3rd in the NBA. Points in the paint, 2,900, 5th in the NBA. Second chance points, 15th in the NBA without Mitchell Robinson. That's Josh Hart right there in Cat. Salute to them guys. Our bench points off the bench was 30th, but it went after the All-Star break, it got better. Here's another thing we didn't think about. We always say we talk about pace, fast break points. Knicks was 15th in the NBA. It never seemed like that. You know what I mean? But they were 15th in the NBA. Where we got to clean it up in the playoffs, offense rebounds, we were 19th. Defense rebounds, we were 25th. Obviously, we scored a lot, so that can also change that. We scored a lot of points as well. 24th in the league overall rebounding, and I think Nick Yak used to hit it dead on the head during the regular season that we need to rebound the ball better. And I can truly say Nick Yak always stay standard on that during the season. Blocks 29, steals 13. And that's why we had a lot. I think the reason why our fast break points went up.
Facts.
No question. Yeah, our steals went up. We were 13th in the NBA. 3-point percentage allowed, 28th. We didn't do two. We were terrible from there this year, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, we were.
That's one thing that we got to clean up in the playoffs. But we got better after the All-Star break. We did get better in the, compared to the beginning of the season. Opponent field goal percentage, we were ranked last down there, 47%. But like I said, it changed during the after the All-Star break. Charges drawn, we was 10th in the league. Jalen Brunson and campaign. The one will take some charges in a heartbeat. Good for them. Turnovers, we did good. 3rd in NBA shot powers. Fouls, we did good, only 1,400. Fouls drawn, we were 10th in the NBA. Taking charges, doing all the things you do. Technical fouls, we were 10th in the NBA. Other than Josh Hart, every now and then getting into it. Tibbs only had 1. And flagrant fouls, only 3, was 16th in the NBA. So overall, I think we had a good year number-wise, other than a rebounding, which got a lot of these numbers got better shot power. I think when after the All-Star break and guys got back and Mitchell Robinson came back, Achua came back, Shamet came back. And I think Deuce and Broward with a couple of stints on the IR, 5.59. I think 5.59, 5 hamstring, 5 hamstring.
Like 18 games. So.
Yeah, 18. So and then I thought they started really. Then when you lose Jalen Brunson, it just throws another wrench in it. But the offense took a little bit of step, not much, but I'm happy with where they at though. I think they did pretty good.
Yeah, I mean the number. This is one of the reasons. Like, I mean, sometimes you can't equate numbers to what you're watching on the court, but you also can't equate numbers to how good the team is doing. I mean, some nights they're not going to be at those averages. Of course not every night, but majority of the nights, this is what the Knicks do to hit these numbers to win games. They have done it 51 times this year, and that's all I talk about. I don't even understand why some people like the Knicks. I understand the no expectations from the team last year, and so much expectation on Cat coming here, trading Julius Randle and Dante DiVincenzo. So now the premise is on Mikal and Cat. You don't hear too much about OG too much. You don't hear about that $36 million that we got to pay him this year. You don't hear much about OG, not the way OG been playing this year. But these other two guys, you hear a little bit about them a little bit. Not so much Cat. We already know what Cat is. He's not an interior defender. And Mikal, we gave up 5. This guy has shot. This guy is dang near 20 points a game. This guy is one of the best defenders in the league right now. And in fact, if I'm not mistaken, I think I've seen this from Bear. I hate to put his name out there, but I think his defense against Cade is actually better than OG's. If I'm not mistaken of what I read, you know what I mean? I think his defense on Cade is better than what OG's is. You know what I mean? Just throwing it out there. You know what I mean? I don't want to. I read that, so I'm not falling back on that. His defense is better than actually OG's is. So
and that's
whatever, however that works out, however that came to however they work those numbers out, whatever. I'm with what this team has done phenomenal with all the stuff that's been out. I'd take this team again to anywhere. Like you say, Divine, New York against anybody, everybody. Let's get it.
That's right. Here's another thing that's interesting. If that's the case, which that's a good problem, so check this out.
You play them both on them.
Right. And even if you put even if you put Mikal Bridges on Kay Cunningham, let me tell y'all something right now. Tobias Harris is going to have a terrible series.
Of course, that's what we want.
if Tobias Harris, we
want to have 8.6.
If Tobias Harris got to play Anunoby in the first round of the playoffs, and he a jump shooter. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. It's it. Word is born. That boy got Anunoby on him. Tobias Harris got Anunoby on him in the series. Just like, remember, this was last year in Philly, ladies and gentlemen. What happened last year in Philly in the playoffs? Why you think he ain't on Philly now? Knicks sent that boy home 4-2. Anunoby was playing him in the listen, before he went down with that hamstring. Listen, Detroit good. They good. They ain't no Knicks, ladies and gentlemen. And I, like I said, I think Jalen doing good, young as he is good. He'll have a decent series. But remember that last game we played, Mitchell Robinson wasn't in the building, ladies and gentlemen. It's a different story when you got a guy who defense present down there. So in other words, what I'm saying, even if they substitute Cat out for Mitch or whatever the case may be, that shit changes, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, Mitchell Robinson didn't play he did not play Detroit this year, ladies and gentlemen. He played Detroit 4 times this year. Mitch did not play in one of them games.
Just saying.
Not one of them. Mitchell Robinson had not played Detroit all year long. Now they got a 6'10" Isaiah Stewart, rightfully so, banger, defense-minded. Jalen Dorn, 6'10". Y'all about to play 2 7-foot motherfuckers now. And one of them is down.
You want to play Mitchell Robinson like this. And that's just his shoulders. That's not even Mitch changes a lot of things up. Like, I watched it too, man. Last couple of times that Mitch played with Cat, not many minutes, but a couple of minutes, Mitch blocked out guys, and Cat was just snatching the rebounds. He says, "Oh, like that. Oh, a free rebound. Oh, let me get that. That's another. Oh, another free rebound. Thank you, Mitch Robinson. Thank you, Mitch Robinson. Oh, another free." That's what Mitch. I say this a lot, man, and maybe Julius Randle last year averaged about 11 rebounds a game. This year, I think he's averaging 8. I don't know what his recent one is. The last time I seen it was a couple of weeks ago. I might be wrong. So, I say that, but I think it was about 2, maybe a month ago. It was like 8. The difference is Mitchell Robinson.
For real.
So, Cat can come in here and still get 12, 13, 14 rebounds with him being on the out, coming in on the defense to grab the defensive rebounds. Mitchell block everybody out, keep him on his shoulders, all that strong man. And he's strong. Duran ain't gonna do nothing to Mitch. He ain't gonna throw it down on Mitchell Robinson. He terrified of Mitchell Robinson because Mitchell Robinson then dunked it on him. I remember a couple of years ago when Mitch was healthy, they yammed it in his, he yammed it on him. So I remember all of those things. So Mitch got him. He got all the Cavaliers. We get to the Cavaliers, we gravy. Get Mitch Robinson to the Cavaliers, we gravy. Let's do it, Divine. Word up.
Yeah, I'm ready for this. I'm gonna tell you, I got 1999 violent. We not even the AC. Like I said, 1999 by AC to the finals. I'm just saying, we just got to make sure. I know we disappointed. Not we, some fans, a little disappointed. Maybe because we didn't win 60 games. That's what we mad about, or not what we mad about. Are we not feeling good about, or are you not feeling good because the Knicks didn't win more than you wanted them to win, or I don't know what's the fan base? What makes you not confident about this team? Other than some people don't like the coach, they thought he should have put in place.
Right, that's it right there, Divine. Yeah, some people think that his style of coaching is antiquated, that is old and all that stuff. But his old style of basketball with these younger guys that are playing for him, that's in that circle of trust. See, this is the big reason why I say these things. The circle of trust with Tom Thibodeau, the reason why the old school thing works, because he has someone to do something that they specialize in. And it works. He gets an interior defender. It works for him. He gets someone that's like a junkyard dog, Josh Hart. You know what I mean? He gets a short point guard that he loves, that can score and drive to the basket, and Brunson. Now he got a 3-point shooter that's aggressive, like oh man, I forgot the guy's name of Chicago. I can see his face.
Kobe White.
No. His team. Anyway, I can't. I'm messed up. So yeah, Tibbs' old team back in the days when
Derrick Rose and them.
Yeah, Derrick Rose and them. The African dude. Dang.
Dang, yeah.
You know what I mean? We got a Dang and OG. You know what I mean? So we got some similarity. I mean, not similarities, but we got some pieces that how Tom Thibodeau structured his way of playing basketball. And in my opinion, I'm not saying I watched. I've seen the teams that he had, but in my opinion, this is the best team. This is the best team that Tom Thibodeau is bringing into a playoffs. And I don't know. I don't think I've seen a team as well tuned as this team is. And it's only 82 games. Who else?
Other than that team with Derrick Rose, I think a young Jimmy Butler come out of Marquette. I think they had Colin.
Oh yeah,
the Dang in them. But this is no question. This team is almost structured like them team. Derrick Rose, Jalen Brunson, Lil Dang, Anunoby.
Right.
I mean, only difference was Mitchell Robinson starting compared to like Mitchell Robinson. You compare him with Joakim Noah. You know what I mean? Like that. Them two dudes had that game. Defense masters down and no offensive game. Literally, Mitchell Robinson is a Joakim Noah. Like literally, you know what I mean? Literally, they don't score the ball, but they hold that damn paint down though. You know what I mean? So Joakim Noah, Mitchell Robinson had the similarities. Jalen Brunson and Derrick Rose definitely had a similarity, except for Jalen Brunson can't dunk and can't get up like my man could.
Right.
Offense skill is there. Mikal, Jimmy Butler type thing. Obviously, you had Carlos Booth and them guys down there, but Kurt Heinrich and all them guys. So but this is one of Tibbs' most talented teams ever, no question. You had young Charles Gibson down there too at the time, But like I said, and that's why I got confidence in this team because I do believe talent-wise, them dudes they starting five in Detroit can't even fuck with ours. I don't care with nobody. Y'all got to prove me wrong with numbers. I don't want to hear that. Prove me wrong with numbers. You put up Detroit Pistons number this year on the offense. You put up Detroit Pistons and Knicks numbers on the offense. I just went through them. Night and day. They ranked down here. We ranked up there. Their defense is right there. Our defense is right there. So that tells me right there alone, if our defense, if both teams play good defense that series, then they can't beat them. They won't beat the Knicks because their offense ain't even that. It's not prolific. Ours is prolific. So even if they play their best defense and we play our best defense and their offense is not that good, I still think our offense is better enough to beat their defense than their offense is to beat our defense. That's the reason why I'm confident that the Knicks will beat these guys up out here. Even though it's a physical series, but it's mind over matter. I don't give a how strong you are. I don't care how hard you want to go. Mind over matter. I think the biggest motherfuckers get knocked out. I don't give a fuck how strong you are. It's mind over matter. Detroit physical, but if they mentally, if they mental way strong, all that physical shit don't mean nothing to me. It really doesn't. I seen Bruce Lee knock out some of the most thorough biggest motherfuckers in the world. So you know what I mean? Why? Because his mind was sharper than a lot of cats he was fighting. I seen Ali knock out some of the biggest motherfuckers in the world. Why? Because Ali's mind was sharper than all them dudes. You could be big, strong all you want to. That don't make nothing. That's what? But if you ain't got the mindset, it is what it is. So I think mentally, we got some high IQ ball players in New York. High IQ. Brunson, high IQ. These guys are high IQ. They all been there. They all done that. They all won on a level before. And I just think that's the difference in this series. I think we got a lot of guys that have won and been deep in the playoffs. And I think they talked about that the other night. I think Tim talked about it on the post game, along with a lot of other people who know that's kind of the reality of the situation. Is that Knicks got a better team, man. They got guys who've been there. Man. They ain't going in the playoff and choke. So
right.
I don't think they're gonna do that. You know what I mean? But yeah, so we'll see, ladies and gentlemen, man. We just wanted to cut it up a little bit with you guys, ladies and gents, tonight, man. But we got to get out in a few. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to Saturday, man. You have to check for the notification and everything, man. We're gonna be locked in, man. You can see how amped we are. I don't want the day to go fast because that means I get older faster. But no, we want this one to hurry up and get to Saturday. So we can go in here and cross T's and dot I's, and it's gonna be lit in the city. It's gonna be lit in the garden. It's gonna be lit up it's gonna be popping. So shout Powers, we just got to get ready to go to war Saturday. I'm looking forward to it though.
Yeah, man, it is on and popping, man. I will be watching a lot of these ancillary games. I'm going to definitely watch some of these games coming along in these 7th, 8th, and 9th guys. 7, 8, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I'm going to watch a lot of these games to see where people place, so I have a better outlook on what the Knicks should do and how fast they, just my opinion, how they should win and how many games they should try to get to win in and stuff like that, because it's going to make a big difference. And I kind of want the Knicks to not have a big layoff. You know what I mean? I want them to, if they win this series 4-1, I hope that the next series that they have doesn't go to 6, where we all 4 days and then we play again. I mean, 1 or 2 games off and then let's go. I mean, I want them to come in and have to knock off the rust and all that other stuff. I want to stay 1 or 2 games away from the way that things go. But who am I to call it like that, right?
Yeah, it's gonna work out, Shop High. It's gonna work out. I believe it. Like I said, mine would matter. It took Michael Jordan to get Phil Jackson to get through the Pistons with all that hard shit. What did Michael Jackson do? I mean, Michael Jordan do? Sent her home. Same thing. You know what I mean? Look at our 90 Knicks, ladies and gentlemen. Our 90 Knicks was hard, physical, rugged. They didn't win nothing. So remember that. Remember that. Charles Oakley, Mason, God rest his soul, all of them. It was gritty. Bow, 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 bow. But you know who beat them? Cats who had a high IQ basketball team. Mind over matter, ladies and gentlemen. That's just facts. That's just life. Mind over matter. If it ain't no mind, it don't matter. Knicks got guys who got IQ. They know how to get through situations. You can maneuver around all that shit. So I ain't worried about Detroit Pistons. Bring the smoke, but we can stomp it out real quick and get to the second round. Birds gone. That's how I'm feeling it right now. I ain't worried about no Detroit Pistons. I can go back to Motown and start playing some music if y'all want.
Start doing some doo-wop over there, right?
You can get a fresh in the garden and the apple rotten. Trust me, I'm telling you, this shit is going down Saturday. It's when to go home. Knicks ain't going home. We in there. And we in there. And like I said, when they do get through it, then there's enough said. That's it. So let's get it, man. Y'all get yourself amped up for this week, man. This shit about to go down over there, man. It's for real, man. We ain't taking no prisoners, man. Forget all that stuff. We got a squad, 51-31, 20 games over 500. Everybody in the East, they played. Every other team played. We played them too. Don't give a shit. We beat team 51 times. So we can beat anybody up in that piece. We only got 3 teams that we got to prove ourselves to. All the other ones, I ain't worried about because we beat them. So I ain't worried about them. We ain't worried about Detroit. We beat Detroit this year. And even that didn't even matter to me because one of the games, Cat didn't play. And Mitchell didn't play that night. When Cat, that game they lost against us with all the legends in the building, remember, Cat didn't even play that game. Him or Mitchell Robinson. Now Detroit get to see him and Mitchell Robinson. They didn't see him and Mitchell Robinson in the Garden. They didn't see him and Mitchell Robinson the other night, couple of nights ago. They get to see him and Mitchell Robinson in the playoffs, ladies and gentlemen. So let's see how it goes. And that, to me, that's going to be the turner right there. Let's get it. Shot Power, how's your boy, man? We get out of here, my brother.
Divine, salute to you as always. Salute to the family in the chat. Watch a couple of the games. I'll talk to Divine. Maybe we'll come on after 1 or 2 of these games. Come on just to see you guys and talk to y'all, hang out with y'all for about a half hour, 40 minutes, or something like that. But with that being said, Knicks Real Talk, Divine, thank you. Thank you, family in the chat, for coming in and listening to us just go crazy over the mics and bring you something that we all want to talk about, the New York Knicks. Let's get it.
Go New York, go New York, go. That's all it is. All the other stuff don't even matter no more. Let's go and get these boys up out of here, and let's go beat Boston. That's all it boiled down to. Knock on wood, nobody get injured. We being here with the pregame show Saturday. We're gonna be live. We're gonna be popping. Got some new stuff for y'all guys, man. It's gonna be fun, man. Playoff. This is what it's all about. Yeah, we go through 82 games, peaks of valley to get to this point right here. You know, we go through 82 games to get to right where we at right now. Put up or shut up. Like Chris Rose say, no excuses. Let's get it. Shot Powers, my brother. I see you.
You're ready. You're ready.
Thank y'all for coming in all year long. Salute to everybody, man. Real talk. Thank you for the subscribes, the likes, the super chats. Just for spending time here with the brothers and the family. Thank you, Jay.
Oh yeah, I'm so sorry, family. Thank you for doing that for us too. I am so sorry. I forgot all about that. I feel like we just gonna keep talking and stuff like that, but this is the end of the season of the 2024-25 New York Knicks. The season.
Regular
Now,
season.
new season's about to start with this playoffs. Let's get these 16 games in. Let's get it.
New season, new vibe, no reason for you to subscribe. And we still outside. You know, we ain't going nowhere. Let's get it, man. We'll see y'all on the other side. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get out of here. Yo, man, we see y'all later on the week. You know, we just going to be working all week long, man, to get this playoff thing hyped and good as anything, man. Try to make it really, really good out there, man. We just going to be a fun one. And we're going to be in the building, man. You know that, man. 82 games and 16, hopefully, in the playoffs. I don't know if it's going to be 16. We want 16. Me and Shy Power said, what? We need 98 games, Shy Power?
That's it.
We need 16 games in the playoffs. Don't know if we're going to get it, but we're going to put in a gallant effort to make it happen. So
let's make that happen.
Yeah, yo, peace, everybody. Y'all be out, man. Peace.
We about to hit you with the recap like Aaron Judge with a bat, because we touching on facts, and plus we up in these hats. It's Nick's Real Talk, we cut from a different cloth. We cook a Nick broth with a different sauce. We bubble like a hot pot in the kitchen. We dripping on the surface, spitting verses with these bars and b-ball. Cause no matter how far the stars, we see y'all like a telescope. You can tell it's dope by the way we unveil these news and notes. Check the box score, a top score, knock it down shot. Plus we got a lock for 48 minutes, putting on the clinic. The cat lieutenant, they entered the winner. The game is over. We trooping in our tempos like soldiers and trains and planes and Range Rover. I'm getting up and over the list. We on the BQ eating, we maneuvering swift. This ain't Tokyo, but you know we can drift. Cause the pokey be on the low, so you know our flow had to shift. We about to be out in a few. No doubt next time we see you to be on a game preview. It's Nick's Real Talk, and we a vibe. We get it poppin' every day and every night. We on that Nick shit, and you know we about the vibe. So let's ride. It's Nick's Real talk, and we a vibe. We get it poppin' every day and every night. We on that Nick shit, and you know we about the vibe. So let's ride.